your mom. Today we will be talking about conspiracy theories. More importantly, how and why humans start to believe these things, and why they're so prevalent, and why they're getting more common, etc., etc. Basically, what the heck's going on in the brains of people that believe some of the craziest things. So, first of all, before I get into it, I would like to give special thanks to my friend Liz Lathke, who provided me with lighting and helped set up the shot. And she's great. She's so much help. Now that my channel actually doesn't look as weird as it did episode 1. Also, if you want to keep up to date, these will not be as regular as I want them to be. I'm going to try and make sure that when I do shoot, I'll shoot a few at a time when I get the time so that I can make them kind of regular, but I can't make any guarantees. So hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, and that way you will get the new videos as I release them. So, and with that in mind, on to conspiracies! Okay, so first thing you need to know about conspiracies is that they're basically based on fear of the unknown. The world is complicated, and people basically have a need to simplify this, which seems like duh, but the way in which some people, their fear manifest is so intense that they will jump through hoops to try and make it feel like they're in more control over the world than they can be realistically. What they call that is basically structure and agency. So people want to have control over their lives. They don't trust officials, governments. You know, you feel like you vote and stuff happens the way that the lobbyists want them, regardless of who you vote for. People are getting disengaged. All of this stuff, people basically are getting very, very helpless, and they want to take control of their lives back. So what some people do is they start to think that, okay, so maybe it's not just that humans are kind of frail creatures and are capable of making a lot of really stupid mistakes that affect people. They're corruptible, they're whatever. They want to think that, you know, people are basically good. And that is, I mean, everybody wants to think that people are basically good, which is where I feel like the fear of these guys, aliens, or, you know, lizard aliens come into play. Because that way they can feel like the humans running the world are not malicious or evil or whatever, that they're being controlled by something bigger. So they blame aliens or lizard shapeshifters or something else malicious, because that way they can have that comfort of being able to say, you know, people are basically good. Because if you lose that basic thought of people are basically good, that can lead to some serious depression, mental illness in general. Can you imagine if you lost faith in humanity to that degree? So it's kind of like a last-ditch effort for some people to maintain their faith in humanity, which is kind of sad, to say the least. There is the structure and agency. Basically, when it comes to something like you know, people want to take their agency back regarding the government. So if they say they believe in the Illuminati, okay, they do think that it's humans that are messed up, but the "we're on to you" means that they can do all these shady things, but we're on to you, and if they're on to you, then they can't be that dangerous. They can't be that all-powerful because, you know, we know about them. And that brings a level of comfort into these people's lives. This goes for just about everything. Flat earthers, they're an animal all to themselves. I've not yet figured out what exactly it is that they're so afraid of that they've decided that the earth is flat. they got something against gravity? Or celestial things? I haven't figured it out. I mean, maybe their fear of aliens is so great that they figure, no, we're just a disc. I don't know. I have not figured that one out yet. If you have figured out what the heck it is that that believing in a flat Earth could bring comfort to, put it in the comments, because what I have noticed, and this is something that, you know, they teach you in psychology and actually cultural anthropology and things like that, of that nature, is primary and secondary elaboration. What that means is primary elaboration is the initial claim. So, like, there are aliens, the Earth is flat, there are lizard people, Illuminati is a thing. The secondary elaboration comes when somebody says, no? That's not a thing. So say if it's like, the Illuminati runs everything, and you say, no they don't, then their rebuttal would be, that's what they want you to think. It doesn't require any further proof, generally baseless, but there it is, you know, they have something to back it up by continuously arguing. The Earth is flat. They say, yeah, NASA, it's this big NASA conspiracy. I don't know why they would be afraid of NASA. Why would anybody be afraid of NASA? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, they just say NASA's lying. They claim that, oh god, flat earthers are my they're comedy gold. They just make me laugh so much. They think that Australia doesn't exist. And if you say, dude, I've been to Australia, they'll be like, no, you're lying to me. You're part of the conspiracy. If you say, I have family and friends in Australia, they'll say they're actors that are meant to, that are part of the conspiracy. Again, this is all the secondary elaboration where they're just, you know, it's even greater conspiracy. My absolute favorite secondary elaboration is part of, well, I mean, flat earthers. Like I said, they're my favorite. Have you heard of Pac-Man theory? This explains, you know what? Oh, I might do a second take. Okay, what I'm gonna do, okay, so, well, I drew a little thing there. So basically what they figure, when you're flying, say you want to go to like you're leaving North America and you're leaving Newfoundland and you want to arrive in BC, but you're going east. Like, oh, how the hell could you do that? You'd have, you know, you have to circumnavigate the globe. That's how you do that, by only going one direction. What they say is you take off there, and when you get here, you disappear completely, and then reappear over, just like Pac-Man, waka, disappearing off the end. I love flat earthers. They make me laugh so much. But anyway, that's conspiracy theories. That is, in a nutshell, those poor people, as much as you want to, as much as we laugh at them, I also feel bad for them, because can you imagine the amount of fear that would make it more comforting to you to believe in the Illuminati or aliens or whatever? That's some, I feel like it's spreading too. You know, as I was saying, it's probably getting more and more elaborate as things go on. Because as more information gets out into the world, the more people, the more information there is out there, the more information there is that people can't quite grasp. The more complicated the world becomes, the more, globalization has got to be terrifying, considering, evolutionarily speaking, we're still in, small community mode. We can only really keep track of about 100 people in our brains at any given time. So a world this big is going to be terrifying for your average human, which is probably why some of them figure, you know what? It's aliens. And that somehow brings them peace. So that's that one for conspiracies. And again, hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and that way you can keep up with my buttons as they come along. And I hope this was enlightening. And yeah, show this to your friends with conspiracy theories, or don't, because, you know, they find peace somehow through this. I don't know. You know what? Hug a conspiracy theorist. We need to make a Hug a Conspiracy Theorist Day. That's it for me. Have a good one. Just think of all your poor friends and family members that believe in conspiracy theories, and with just a hug a day, you can bring hope and joy back into their sad, desolate lives. Was that sincere enough? I don't know if that was sincere enough.